Homelessness continues to be an issue in Cleveland, and tonight, all 7 mayoral candidates are addressing it. They say it comes down to low wages, high rent prices, and mental health.
As a child, I actually had the experience of homelessness. There were times when we lived in a car where we were waiting to find a place to rent.
Mayoral candidate Dennis Kucinich opening up about his childhood, pushing for change, and he's not alone.
As a child, we were unsheltered. We lived in the Salvation Army, right off of 30th, next to Tri-C. At the time, it was a shelter for women and children.
Jones says the reason was simple. His family simply couldn't find a place to go. Here in Cleveland, he says the problem continues, saying he plans to create a Department for Homeless Services if he's elected. And today, mayoral candidates are addressing ways to make sure stories like this aren't told over and over.
There are mental health consumers that are not receiving the services that they need for whatever reason that make up a portion of our homeless population. Substance abuse leads to a number of our homeless citizens.
He says along with poverty, lack of access to funds. 84% of residents experiencing homelessness are Black. Candidates address this too.
We have the biggest wage gap in our community, the wage gap between Black people and white people in our community. Our wages are so low in the city of Cleveland, yet our property taxes, our rent is extremely high. That is causing homelessness in our community.
Ross DeBello expanded on the wage gap.
We've got huge wage inequities, right? $15 minimum wage. I've suffered from that in Cleveland. We have slumlords where the houses aren't kept up, aren't made to stay habitable. Lack of economic opportunities and getting a job when you don't have an address. That's a stigma and just too many hurdles.
The issue of public housing also addressed.
I think it comes down to building more houses, more affordable housing, having policies in place to deal with the homeless problem and the lack of affordable housing in the city of Cleveland.
He says he hasn't seen a new home built on the southeast side of the city in Ward 1 and Ward 2 in the last 4 years.
We need to reevaluate at a city level. How do we have a voucher policy that prioritizes housing first versus allowing someone to be homeless chronically for nearly a year? That doesn't make any sense to me. We got to restructure that policy.
You can view the full forum on our website, WKYC.com. Cuyahoga County's primary election will be held on Tuesday, September 14th. The deadline to register is coming up Monday, August 16th.
Also, tonight's monthly consent decree community conversation focused on the issue of searches and seizures. Lee Fisher, the dean of the Cleveland Marshall College of Law at CSU, moderated the discussion, one of 11 aimed at addressing police reform. You can watch it in full at WKYC.com. By the way, the next events will be on September 8th.